Yo, man, what is good, YouTube, man? We back at it with another video, guys. Hey, man, preseason is finally here, fellas. Preseason is finally here. We got to see the very first game of this new organization, this new team. We thought it was going to be electrifying. We thought we were really going to see better than what we saw, honestly. You know what I mean? I thought this team would have had a little more hype in them. I thought this team would have came with a little more energy. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. A couple guys did their Dougie out there. But as you guys can tell by the title, man, AOC, bro, he might lose his job, bro, as that second stringer. You know what I mean? Cam Miller really went out there and showed some things. You know what I mean? Showed his mobility. Honestly, the throw on the run from Cam Miller was good. The way he was moving around was great. Made really good passes. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. AOC did go out there, man. He did sling some shit, bro. But those turnovers like that, you know what I mean? Holding on to the ball too long, man. And just the lack of mobility from AOC, man. I was really high on this guy last year. I really thought he went in there and did what he had to do and really solidified that second string spot, even the starting spots last. You know what I mean? And we seen him what he did. But yeah, man, seeing his performance in this last game wasn't really up to par with, I think, with anyone as a Raider fan or even with the coaches. I don't think they were happy with what he did. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. After he did throw those 2 interceptions, he did come back with a couple of nice drives, really threading the needle, bro. You know what I mean? Hitting the ball in tight spots to receivers and tight ends. So you know what I mean? He kind of redeemed himself. But overall, man, I feel Cam Miller did a little better than AOC did. Now I know AOC did throw. I think about like in his 30s or high 20s, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Cam Miller only threw the ball for about 10 times or some shit like that, if I'm right. But yeah, you know what I mean? If we just need to see Cam Miller really go out there and get the same amount of play time as AOC, like at this next game, I hope they play AOC the first half, and I hope they play Cam Miller the second half. Give him a fair opportunity, you know what I mean? Or mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I definitely am one of them guys that is looking forward to seeing Cam Miller play in the future. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see him play in that next game. Hopefully he gets to play again. I'm pretty sure he will. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's not good for AOC whatsoever for him to go in there and put on a performance like that, especially with those 2 turnovers, man. Like that's especially the picks. You know what I mean? Fumbles or whatever. Okay, yeah, that might not be on you, but for him to go in there and throw those 2 picks, man, I'm sure everyone was sitting there like, dude, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And not only that, guys, it's not just about AOC, man, but even that defense, bro. That defense was missing tackles left and right. You know what I mean? They were playing pinball out there with the defense, man. Guys were hitting them, they were bouncing off. It was nasty work, bro. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed. Um, I was disappointed, man, to really see the way those Raiders went out there and played. You know what I mean? I was disappointed just based on I thought this team would have came a little different, man. I thought it was going to be a little more physical, a little more explosive. But don't get me wrong, I do think Greg Olson was out there calling plays for the offense. We didn't see much of Chip Kelly, man. So maybe that might be it. And don't get me wrong, guys, it's the first game of preseason. You know what I mean? We can't judge a book by its cover too quick. But I know, guys, as a Raider fan, man, we thought that game would have been a little more explosive. I get it. But at the end of the day, bro, we're not playing all the starters. You know what I mean? And even some of the starters that are already solidified might not be playing high motor like that just based on watch the injuries and save yourself for the regular season. So with that being said, guys, you know what I mean? Don't get your hopes down on the Raiders too soon, man. It's like I said, first preseason game, big deal. Everyone's getting their butterflies out, things like that. But yeah, you know what I mean? It could have been a little better. The guys that really stood out to me, man, was Palomar, you know what I mean, with that interception. Jamal Adams had a great tackling. Talking Hemingway really showed up, you know what I mean? Booker really did his thing too, you know what I mean? I seen him stuffing those holes up on that line, getting those blocks off. So, you know what I mean? There was some really good things to look forward to in that game when we look back at it. But as far as the quarterback situation, which is the main piece of the team, you know what I mean? I know Geno Smith is solidified as that starter. But if he goes down just based on age and things like that, and it's a real physical league now, man, you know what I mean? AFC West got a lot of dogs on each team. So we got to have that next man ready, you know what I mean? And we can't have AOC going in there and throwing it just does not look good on his name whatsoever. We know, guys, as we know, preseason is made for guys trying to get that spot. You know what I mean? Guys are trying to get them seconds. Guys are trying to get those thirds. You know what I mean? So Yeah, when you got a guy who's showing out better than you, man, the first game, it's not a good look, and you'll get bumped down real easy for that. You know what I mean, guys? Um, all we can do is just hope for the better, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, first game, getting those butterflies out, things like that, no big deal. Don't get your hopes down yet, guys. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? We're really not seeing the full effect, guys. So don't go in here and bash Pete Carroll, because I've seen guys out there bashing Pete Carroll. The guys are bashing Ashton Jinty. The dude only ran the ball four times, I believe. And every time he ran that ball, man, that O line collapsed on him, man. And my personal opinion, I personally believe that JPJ needs to be at center and Meredith needs to be at guard. You know what I mean? I feel like that team will move a whole lot better. And we've seen it, guys. We've seen how it looked out there. It didn't look good out there. I think JPJ real life needs to move back. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I know that's a big situation going on in the Raiders locker room right now. Even on the depth charts, you know what I mean? I'm curious to see what everyone thinks out there. I know Meredith's a really great player, but I say we move Meredith at that starting guard position. We keep JPJ at center how he was, and I think that O line would be a little bit better. But yeah, guys, don't bash. It's too early to bash, guys. It's too early. You can't knock Genty yet. Don't knock Pete Carroll. You know what I mean? Preseason, man, we're trying new things like that. But the main part of the video, guys, was a AOC, man. You know what I mean? That was real upsetting, dude. And seeing Cam Miller go out there and really compete and show he has some physicalities, man, and some attributes to him, you might be losing your job for things like that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everyone, man. It's happening to the video today. Let me know what you guys think, man. Hit that like. We do got a giveaway at 500 subs, guys. We're giving out 2 hats. You know what I mean? We're almost there. We're at 200 subs right now, guys. Appreciate all the love, man. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace and go Raiders.